What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we've got some more Destiny 2 Forsaken news. We've got a bunch of stuff to talk about, new information from Bungie, a lot of in-game stuff and stuff to do with Update 2.0 to talk about. So we're going to take a look at a bunch of new exotic weapons that are becoming in Forsaken. Some of them are returning weapons from Destiny 1 that you may not be expecting. We can see some of the perks for them and stuff like that. Moving on though, we're going to talk about the roadmap for year 2 of Destiny 2. We do have an official roadmap now with a bunch of information about annual pass updates and some things to expect. We're going to break down the new trophies and achievements that we'll see in the Forsaken expansion, so more trophy or achievement score confirmed. We'll take a look at some new armor perks on exotic armor pieces and a bunch of other stuff in this video, guys. So if you do enjoy it, a like below is very much appreciated. If you're new around here, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, that way you can keep up to date with everything related to Destiny 2 and Forsaken. But for now, let's jump straight into it. So we've got lots to talk about right here. Firstly, I wanted to break down new trophies and achievements for Forsaken. I'll say a big thanks to JH on Twitter for sending me some screenshots here from PlayStation. But if we list the full set of achievements, we have earn 5,000 Triumph points. These are Triumph points from the new kind of system in the game. Collect 10 Forsaken exotic weapons or armor. Complete a Triumph seal, which is presumably when you kind of complete a set of objectives. Complete a collections badge. Enter the Dreaming City, complete an exotic quest, win a Gambit match, defeat a Forsaken Nightfall boss, pursue Aldrin and the Fanatic to the Watchtower, and then we have complete the Last Wish raid. So those are the new achievements that you'll be able to unlock via the different systems depending on your platform. It did make mention of collecting exotics. Let's break down a few new exotics that will be coming in Forsaken. Funnily enough, these are actually visible in the database. Kind of assumed that Bungie would be hiding a lot of this stuff, but presumably this is the stuff they don't mind us taking a look at. I'd anticipate there could be other quest rewards and exotics, pieces of gear that we can't see right now as well. But some of this stuff is actually returning, interestingly enough. So we have the Queenbreaker up first. Of course, this is the Queenbreaker's bow from Destiny 1. An exotic linear fusion rifle has the bonus wire rifle, fires a long-range precision arc bolt that blinds enemies on hit. We can also see it has hipfire grip right there. So it also has a new blinding effect. That'll certainly be interesting. Lord of Wolves is apparently coming back as well. This does have a temporary icon, has shrapnel launcher, fires a powerful short-range burst of solar damage, and Release the Wolves. Defeating an enemy doubles the number of projectiles per burst for a short period of time. So that is pretty interesting stuff. There are other exotic weapons we can see here as well. The new exotic trace rifle in Forsaken is called the Wave Splitter right here. We can see that it has the bonus harmonica laser. Laser damage has 3 power levels that oscillate while the trigger is held down. We also have supercharged battery. Collecting an orb of light grants a short period of maximum power that starts with an automatic reload. So pretty interesting sounding bonuses for this thing. It does look like it's going to be fairly strong. We have the Cerberus +1. This is one we've heard about before. The Wish Ender, an exotic combat bow. And you can see some of the bonuses, Queen's Wrath and Broadhead right there. We have the Malfeasance hand cannon. This is the weapon that will come from Gambit at some point, presumably through the ranking system. Of course, Ace of Spades, we have seen the perks for this before. Memento Mori, reloading after a kill, loads magazine with a few extra damage bullets and grants radar while aiming down sights. Of course, it also has Firefly. Apparently the Chaperone is going to be returning right here. The Slug Shotgun from back in Destiny 1. And of course, other exotics that we have seen confirmed coming in this expansion. We can also see that the Chaperone is going to have an exotic quest of some sort. Some of the individual steps include visiting Amanda Holiday in the tower. We've got defeat Guardians with Arc, Solar, and Void damage in the Crucible, as well as Crucible shotgun kills, and racking up enemy Guardian kills in Gambit. Those are just a few of the stages. We don't know the exact kind of quest line, but it's cool to get an early look at that exotic quest. Here I wanted to mention a couple of new items that we found. So there is a new sparrow that we can see right here. This is called Harbinger's Echo. It looks like it's going to be a Dreaming City sparrow. We do have some flavor text right here. We each must play our part part in the greater plan, Ilin, which is actually one of the Techians that worked with Marasov. So that'll be one that we can pick up, presumably inside of the Dreaming City. Another interesting thing right here, someone dismantled some of the new gear that they got inside of this update, and they actually got a new consumable item called Rainmaker, a glimmer extractor found in the scraps of a lucky dismantle. Multi-kills have the chance to create a shower of glimmer, and the effect lasts for 4 hours. So we are going to start seeing some more of these types of consumables, a little bit like the bonuses that you would get for different enemy types in Destiny 1 that would actually produce more glimmer upon kills and things like that. So pretty interesting stuff as well. But here we see some images of new Crucible maps out of the database. So you've got an interesting one in the Unknown Space, a new one on Nessus, where we actually saw Bungie demo a bunch of stuff to us, and then we've got a Dreaming City Crucible map. Then there are also some images for Gambit here as well. So we've got the map in the European Dead Zone, the Kel's Grave map in the Reef. We had some new gameplay of that recently, and then there will also be a map inside of the Dreaming City by the looks of things. This one is apparently called Cathedral of Scars. Moving on though, Bungie have now released a new roadmap for Year 2, and they give us more details about the content roadmap for the game, the annual pass, and the types of content that we're going to see. So we've got a roadmap image right here. Of course, we can see the August 28th update, September 1st when we get the Gambit trial, the launch of Forsaken on September 4th, the raid, but then we have September 18th. This is when Iron Banner is going to come back, and we'll get a new Crucible map at that time as well. September 25th, a new Crucible mode called Breakthrough will go live with new Crucible maps as well, so that's kind of the PvP update for the game. In October, Festival of the Lost officially returns with a twist, so that's going to be pretty interesting. And of course more, including weekly playlist updates, the evolution of Dreaming City, and additional surprises. Bungie break down the difference between free seasonal updates and the annual pass updates, which will run alongside each other. So in December of 2018, we get Season of the Forge, heavy machine guns return, new weapons, Crucible content, Iron Banner, gameplay updates, and seasonal ranks. And that will include the Dawning event, but that's coming back as well. But then we'll get the Black Armory, access to the Black Armory, new forges of the chain activity. So that's going to be really interesting. A new raid lair, exotics, legendaries, triumphs and collections, plus bonus rewards. So very exciting stuff. In spring of 2019, we'll have Season of the Drifter with the Joker's Wild Pass content, new activity experience, Gambit evolves, new exotics, legendaries, triumphs, collections, and bonus rewards. So a new activity experience is pretty interesting. They don't confirm the activity name or anything like that. It could be a variation on Gambit. In the summer of 2019 though, we'll get Season of the Redacted, something right there that they're hiding for the moment, with an event to be announced. On top of this though, we'll get a new activity experience, a raid lair, exotics, and gear and triumphs as we saw with the other updates. And that is what the annual pass is really going to consist of, as well as these new kind of seasonal titles that they're giving. And there will be both seasonal updates which don't require expansions with certain improvements to the game, but then the changes and the content that come exclusively as part of the annual pass. So I do think that's a decent breakdown right now, especially for December. They've actually given us the name of a new activity, the Forges of the Chain, and details such as heavy machine guns officially returning to the game. So that's really cool stuff. But of course, a lot of other stuff in the game is changing. You've got major time to kill changes inside of the Crucible, different weapons absolutely going off. I haven't had too much time inside of PvP just yet, but it will try and bring you any relevant content over the next couple of days. I should mention that exotic armor perks have been added to armor pieces that drop as of this point in time right now. So you may have seen some of the armor perks dropping on the different Scatterhorn pieces of armor. You can actually get some Forsaken gear early in the game. I did make a video about it yesterday, and these pieces are dropping when you complete this week's Mars Flashpoint. And like I said, you can see a bunch of bonuses on the weapons and the armor. These are random rolls. But also this extends to exotic armor pieces as well, which now feature armor bonuses. I'm not entirely sure if these are randomly rolled. You can see them if you inspect the armor pieces inside of engrams, and if you actually get a piece dropped, you can see the bonuses there as well. and that is definitely a positive change that we didn't entirely know about just yet. If you're wondering about other changes which have come to the game inside of the update this week, then I did make a full patch video where I break down all of the official changes to exotics, weapons, vendors, and all of that kind of stuff inside of the game. We are in kind of a weird transition period right now. We can see new mod slots, for example, but we are waiting for new mods to actually occupy them. I did mention about the armor and weapons for Forsaken that you can get this week in the Mars Flashpoint. Something to note about those is that if you have characters which have achieved the max level inside of Solstice of Heroes 405, it does seem to stop you being able to actually equip these weapons because they will be at a power level which is too high for your base character level right now, whereas folks who are at lower power levels have actually been able to get these and equip them. So that's definitely something to bear in mind. If you do have the option to use a character which is below 400 power, it should mean that you'll be able to get some of these items dropped and be able to use them, which is definitely very helpful. So do bear that in mind. But like I said, if you wanted to check up on any information regarding that, regarding the patch, reset changes, or any of the new trailers, we have had both a vidhoc and a launch trailer today, so it's been pretty crazy. For now though guys, if you've enjoyed this video, a like below is very much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, feel free to hit subscribe to see a lot more D2 content. Keep it locked and loaded right here, turn on those notifications and you won't miss out on any Forsaken DLC news. Let me know your thoughts about any of the stuff we've spoken about down below, but for now, I very much appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will catch you very soon.